What's going on, people? Welcome to the Fan Forum show. Fulham 1, Man United 2. We're still top of the league. Pogba worldie. Weird performance. Game management probably wasn't all there. Some hearts in mouth moments. But we managed to get the W.
No. We're not doing that, bro. That's not how you're... Is that how you really want to start the show, bro?
Yeah.
Come on. We're top of the league, fam. First and bro, and then it's a round of applause, fam. Yeah? Flex, I'm not letting you do that today. You're not going to undersell what happened tonight. Yeah? Because tonight is a different thing. And it's different ways to look at these things. I keep saying this, but we went into this game, yeah, and who won their game? Leicester won their game. So the pressure was there. Yeah, Man City won their game, which everyone in the world, everyone in their dog has said Man City win this league. Yeah. Now, most teams, you know, in that last bit, I actually messaged Jay and I said, you see this part here? This is now time for testicular fortitude. That's his thing. That's his word that he coined. Yeah. Now, you saw the moments because I thought, is it going to be what Gary Neville has said about this team? That they lack the mentality, they lack the minerals, or are we going to be a team that is serious? Yeah. And what did we see, bruv? We saw, because Bailly had that moment. You see that moment? That's not because of, that's not inability. That's pressure. You know those little bits there? Pressure, like real high pressure moments. Yeah. And what did the team do? They came through and got that win. That is a very difficult win to get, considering the state of play, the state of the league. We are finally being chased. And Liverpool, when they got chased, they pooed their pants, bro. Because they used to be at the top before. And what happened, fam? You know what I mean? Now we're being chased and we're gonna manage this thing, bro. These are signs of a champions, bro. The last team to what we saying? The last team to have this many draws, this many wins away from home was the treble winning side. Now you gotta understand what's going on, bro. The gravitas, bro. You see when conversations like, and I'm going in. I didn't want to go in so early. You see when Michael Carrick, McKenna, the man them are on the touchline, and they're like, yo, it's a bit nuts, you know. Have these guys got what it takes up here to manage this game? They were looking at it, they waited as long as they could. Then they said, no. McTominay, Rashford on the pitch right now. And then the Matic one. So I don't want to hear, is it tactical this and inabilities and that? I don't want to hear that tonight. All anyone is saying tonight is congratulations to the team because they stood up when they needed to be counted. That's me.
Rishra says, drop a bomb for Frognandez, KG, top of the league.
Come on.
Russell Burton says, why do you look so flat, Flex? Come on, United.
It's mad. I don't understand what's wrong with Flex right now.
And Belly Visual says, said this before, Ollie and build around Pogba, facts. And latest member of United Stand Members Club is Kubo Chupa. Big up to yourself inside the place. Guys, just before I get to the rest of the crew, the video is brought to you by United Stand Picks. Check out the link in the video description below. You guys know what to do. It was just done for this Fulham game as well. The next game is Liverpool, so a big game to do it. Make sure you guys check it out as well. I'm going to play the video to you guys later on in the show so you guys know exactly what to do. But listen, it's really tough to predict. You know, you get a lot of questions and you got to answer, you know, who's going to get the most shots on target, who's going to have the most tackles, who's going to get the most assists, etc., etc. So make sure you guys check it out. It's a lot of fun and you get your chance to win your share of £1,000 as well each week, each Man United game. So check it out. Jay, I'm going to have my say at the end of this. That's fine. KG basically saying, boom, this is what it takes to win titles. We're top of the league. Well done, boys. Excellent. And, you know, we are top of the league. Fantastic. How did you see the game and how happy are you with the win?
Okay, obviously I'm very happy with the win. I'd have to agree with a lot of what KG said with a caveat. Like Fulham, they drew with Spurs, drew with Liverpool. They're a very resolute, well-organised side. And I think their position, bottom three, does not really reflect on the football they play. And we found that midfield tonight very hard to break down. At times it looked like they were back in a 5-3-2, the way I looked at it. To see players like Cavani tracking back, literally every
Oh.
time he was tracking back.
Brilliant.
Can I press it?
Drop on for Cavani. If there was ever any doubt in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's head, who do I start as number 9, Rashford or Martial? It's a rhetorical question. You start Cavani if he's not injury free, game in, game out. He offers so much more. The experience, his guile, and we discussed his ring off the ball so many times, but he's clinical. Like that cross from Bruno Fernandes for his goal. I know some people say some of you don't, but the keeper spilled it. A clinical striker is waiting for that millisecond that a keeper is going to spill the ball or a defender is going to mess up, and there he is, boom, we score. Had we got into at half time 1-0 down, I would have feared for us because Fulham would have parked the bus even more and we could have been in serious trouble. Moving on, obviously into the game, it was squeaky bum time. I felt Loftus-Cheek was giving Maguire a bit of a runaround. I really did. Again, to go down to speed factor with Maguire. The 92nd minute, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think he almost made up for his error at the start. That tackle he made, is it Mitrovic? I thought was very, very important.
Yes.
And finally, Pogba, that goal, that was a world-class goal. And I want to see more of that from Paul Pogba.
Yeah. Joshua Buckley says KG's just looking a bit nuts right now. I mean, you're there or thereabouts.
What is going on right now? Is this not the one?
What are you saying, guys? Can you see him
Look
all
all right? I mean, not as like clear
just keep
as
it
usual,
as it
but
is. Just keep it as it is. Joshua Buckley says, last year at halftime, Ollie's job was on the line. Now the title's on the line. Sign of the times, 100%. Sean Collins says, Cavani, make me blush. I love him. Yeah, he was brilliant today. I tweeted out, halfway through the second half, he must be our striker. He must be. I think you put to bed any thoughts and feelings that you might have had in the summer where you say that we weren't ready for it. It was ill-planned and stuff, because they were all justified things to say at the time, 100%, because it came out of nowhere. So you can't pretend that it was always meant to be. But as soon as he did sign, I was very quick to change that and be like, I remember me and Mark still to this day, I was like, but Mark, he is still Cavani, still a level above, and he's showing it. He's got to do it. Alex, I mean, big win for us. We'll dissect more as we go along, but what's your thing, man? How you feeling, bro?
How many times have I sat on this show saying about Cavani, that Cavani needs to be the main man? I was on the show with Mark the other day saying it blows my mind that he hasn't had more starts now. I think that was his 4th start, and he's got 4 goals in the Premier League, that is, and because all the others have been off the bench. But it just blows my mind. I don't want to hear anyone from now on saying about that, oh, we need to manage him because of his age. Because if you look at, I put a tweet out saying about Vardy, Lewandowski, Ronaldo, they're all players that around that age that play every single week in, week out. And if you were to not know everyone's age on the pitch and just watch the game, with how much Cavani's the one always pressing, always chasing down every ball, you'd think he'd be one of the youngest players on the pitch. So age in like 2021 rather, is just a number with like the sports science and stuff. Now he looks like he's nowhere near like the end of the road, and he's just absolutely class. And I think obviously, like I said, again, Bruno, he had his little spells today where he played well, but then he wasn't like at his very best. And once again, like I said, if Bruno doesn't play well, that's where we need Pogba to step up, because he's the only other midfielder we have that can create something. And that goal off his weaker foot was just absolutely sensational. And yeah, if we are to challenge for this title, we need the likes of Pogba, Bruno, Cavani and everyone to be firing on all cylinders. And it is crazy that we're top of the league and Martial and Greenwood haven't even hit top form yet. So if we manage to get to a stage where both of them two get into the form that they're capable of, then we could really be in business. Yeah,
KG's back. You're okay. You're gonna have to just stay like that. It's not perfect, but
I've done everything. I got the old laptop, bro. I went and got the older Mac.
Yeah, it's cool. Just stay as you are. You're good. It'll catch up.
KG, you know what this is? This is called poetic justice, my friend.
Karma.
Bro.
You're moving mad laggy a little bit. It's just a bit nuts. It's a bit nuts. Jake Marshall says Frogba forever. We're going to talk about that. We're going to dissect this, guys, because we are positive. David Harris says Fred's energy was quality, Pogba committed, and Luke Shaw was up and down the left like a dynamo. Combinations are growing. I want to talk about Luke Shaw as well, for sure. Kaz says, do you think Cavani should be our starting striker from now on? We definitely all covered that, and we all agree with that, Kaz. As should, also, should he be given the number 9? There's no need to do that. There's no.
He said the 7 at United is a bigger number for 1, and number 2, he's I don't want to jinx it, but so far he's been the best number 7 we've had since Ronaldo, so since 2009. So I definitely give him a 7.
Maurice says, morning, lad. Best feeling hearing that final whistle, and we take the W. Looks like we have got our BMT back. Running through my work, shouting, all right. Hashtag glory, glory, Man United. Mad love from Melbourne, other side of the planet. Love that. Fred's Energy, we've done that one. And Kaz, United Shamrock says, we can't continue to hold out like that, especially against teams that could have punished us later on. But I take that and run. Ollie has to start making subs. We had Rashi, Van der Beek, and Tellez on the bench. We'll talk about that because there's a lot of positivity. And rightly so. We're top of the league. But I do want to dissect some stuff. Yeah. Daniel Fostner says Fred holding, Pogba box to box, and Bruno as the number 10 is our best midfield. Van der Beek is depth to rest Bruno or Pogba, just as we wanted in the summer. I agree with a lot of that. And Ellis Hilton says, so glad for the win. Bring on the rest of the season and keep up the good content. Hashtag top of the league. And another super chat. They're flying in now. Southport Love Sport says, if that is true about Van der Beek, and supposedly he was second choice, what was said to him by phone that made him come? Was he sold a dream? The Van der Beek thing's starting to come up again. And look, it gets frustrating because, look, as fans, I think we always have opinions of this should happen, this shouldn't happen, that should happen, that shouldn't, he should be out, he should be out. But we're winning. We're winning games, innit? We're winning games. I will open up the dissection of the performance, though, with this. And that is, I just thought the game management wasn't where it needed to be for me. I think in the first half, it was stupid mistake. You know what I mean? Between Maguire and Bailly. Bailly, I think, can see the problem, didn't deal with it. And Wan-Bissaka obviously playing him onside, positionally bad. But then after that, kept the ball, thought, right, let's impose ourselves, kept knocking on the door, and we done our thing. I don't mind that. But then after that, we looked like we're kind of running out of ideas. And I was thinking, Mason Greenwood, for me, wasn't really in the game. I would have made a change earlier there. And then Pogba hits the worldie. I'm going nuts in the room. I'm going, oh my days. And then after that, I want us to kick on. The Cavani chance was key. Didn't quite get it. Then I'm thinking, right, Ollie, that's fine. Maybe bring in a Matic here. Let's shore this up a bit. And I just felt we let the game just drift by a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We did, and we had to hold strong. Yeah. And on a different day, Fulham score. Let's just say it as it is. On a different day, Loftus-Cheek scores. David done his thing. Then they had another chance with Lookman. He didn't do too well. And then we got lucky at the end with the Bailly thing. I want to just ask this question. I'm not going to ask it to KG because I know what his answer will be. So I'm going to ask to the three C's, you guys at home, and Jay and Alex, and then KG definitely come through with your opinion. I just don't want to come to you first because I just know. That's fine. Jay, the way that we're winning games, you know, we're not in the best form in terms of blowing teams away right now, but we're still there. And my God, am I happy that we're still there. Is this sustainable?
I hope, okay, my heart is saying it is, but my head is saying absolutely not. We're winning, and we're winning ugly, and winning by the skin of our teeth. Had Pogba not scored at Worley tonight, we leave with 2 points dropped. Like, let's be fair, guys. And listen, Flex, you alluded to very, very well. There was elements of game management that we all were crying out for subs. I'm sure all of us, everyone in the free seats, shouting at TV, Ole, bring on Van der Beek, ain't going to happen. Bring on Greenwood, or you're on. Sorry, Rashford, I should say, ain't going to happen. Bring on Mata. So just make a change. I felt on the right hand side there was a deep chasm of nothingness. Look, I'm not going to go hard on Mason Greenwood. He's a young kid and he's hardly played this season. But games on the line, 60 minutes is 1-1. It's not happening for him. Himself and Wan-Bissaka together, that their link up, it was non-existent. So much so that it was almost, to me, it looked like Fulham were literally leaving the right hand side literally unopposed, and were doubling up Martial on the left. And I know a lot of people on Twitter were slagging up Martial because Martial wasn't productive, wasn't putting crosses in, but I felt he was being double teamed. 3 key points in the game: that save from De Gea in the 74th minute,
Big save.
Huge save. 76th minute, Bruno gives the ball away, sprints back, retrieves it, prevents another shot. And then the 82nd minute, then was it Loftus Creek again? Shaw slides in just enough to put him off. There are 3 key moments, and then of course you had the end there where the ball ricochets. I don't know whether it was by his crotch, his hip, whatever, but your heart is in your mouth, and a better team than Fulham will put us to the sword. So we're winning ugly, but no flex. I agree with you. It's not sustainable, and we're all fans here. None of us are professional coaches, and we could see that right-hand side, it was a deep chasm, and nothing was done about it until late in the game. So lessons are to learn from tonight. We won, it's 3 points, but lessons are to be learned.
Look at KG. I can't wait. Southport, but I'm not coming to you yet. You can wait. Southport loves sports. I know my comment got some eye rolls. I'm very happy and frankly shocked to be top of the league. It's just weird to have depth and not use it. No, I think that's what Jay's saying there. You know, impact the game. Try and take the game away from Fulham and settle us down, especially when Fulham were quite confident, and rightly so, because they've been playing quite well. DBX says United were way too open through the middle. Sabrina says, sing with me. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals. Sabrina coming up with some rhythms there. And I think Daniel.
Birthday. Have you got it? I saw a comment. It was a super chat. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I saw a super chat saying, it's someone's birthday. Can you drop a bomb? I think if I remember it correctly, I think it said Emmanuel. I'm going to say Emmanuel. The super chat's gone, but I'm saying it, bruv. Happy birthday, Emmanuel. If it's not your birthday, it's peak.
Happy birthday, Emmanuel. Big up yourself, man. Daniel Rodriguez says, my man Pogs, doing big things. I hate the slander this team gets. Another bag secured onto Sheffield, and the latest member of United Stand Members Club is Jay Stringer inside the place. Hold tight, Jay Stringer, 100%. And one last one here is from MZA. Says City's got a tough run of fixtures in Feb: Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, West Ham, followed by us. We've got a great chance. Glory, Man United. Alex, with what I asked Jay about sustainability, is it sustainable, or sooner or later do we need to start being a bit more dominant, or you don't care because you feel like we can win like this to the rest of the season?
Well, with the eye test, I can understand why Jay would say no, but how long do you have to go for something to be sustainable if we haven't lost away from home in over a year? So whether it's been dominant or been lucky or been whatever, we have been sustaining it for an entire year. So it's not like it's just been like 5 away games in a row or something. It's been an entire year. So we have been doing it sustainable. I know, like I said, from the eye test, I can see when we have rode our luck at times, like today with that Mitrovic on Tobai thing, I had my heart in my mouth, and we were so lucky it went the wrong way. But in terms of the performances, it does kind of frustrate me at times that we don't seem to be able to like dominate midfields. Like I know Ricky's always talking about it, but it is kind of worrying. I find whatever midfield combination we use, we still don't ever dominate a midfield, no matter what team it is, which is worrying. And I feel like, in my opinion, our best midfield would be Pogba and Matic, because I think Pogba plays best when he's got Matic next to him, and you can't really drop Pogba at the moment. I don't know what you guys think about
quickly, I was just trying to bring in Kev, because Kev messaged me saying that people said they can see him. I've just added him in just to look on a different screen on YouTube. And it's a black screen. Let us know if you can see Kev. But Kev, you there?
And please don't lie, because it's long.
Yeah, I've just gone onto YouTube. I can't see him. It's just a black box, unfortunately. I hear what you're saying, Alex, because we have been consistent, especially away from home. Like we've come every time we've gone away and gone down. We've come back to win the game.
Can I just say another thing as well of what they said during the game? Of it's not like that was like just an easy team to blow past, because under Scott Parker, wasn't it in their entire time of him being manager, whenever they've scored first, they've never lost.
Yeah,
So
and they're in good form.
I think
I think they are in good form, and they are difficult to beat. Everyone's saying no, they can't, so that's fine. Before we get to KG, Andreas Hansen says, I feel like there's no point even asking him. Why is Ollie still getting the Ollies out? He's taken the team to a new level. I think he brings back the old United winning mentality. KG, I'm actually, do you know what? Because I think I'm actually going to give you a different question, because there's no point saying to you, there's no point saying to you, do you think it's sustainable? Like, there's not. But this question is this. We've been asking for Fred and Pogba for quite a while as United fans. Usually it's Pogba and Matic or McFred, etc. From what you saw today, take the world-class goal out of it. I'm talking about the functionality of it in general.
Okay, yeah.
Did you like it? Do you see why Ollie actually maybe doesn't go for them, or did you see why Ollie should be playing them more?
Okay, so I'm going to answer your question, but because I was waiting a really long time, just say how I feel. Is that? Yeah.
Like that. Is it sustainable to be playing this way?
No, all right. This is sustainable to be playing this way, bro. 100%. Because sustainability. Do you know how sustainable it is? We've been looking at our team and saying we keep coming back. Do you know how relaxed I was until the last 10 minutes? I was relaxed. When they scored, my wife said, "Oh no." I said, "Babes, don't worry. We're gonna score." Do you know what a comforting feeling that is? So I even asked the question on on Twitter. Who wins up this game? And a guy called Simon came back. He said a bit of magic from Pogba. Drop a bomb for Simon, and all the other people that was involved in there, because that's fantastic. But I know we're gonna score goals and we're coming back. So when he asks about sustainability, well, this team has got the most wins away from home. It matches the treble. It matches this treble side. So I don't want to hear about sustainability, bro, because that's some sustainable history right there. A calendar year, that's sustainable. I think after that, you can say, that's a good pool of things to look at it and say, yo, we can do stuff. Now, to move this on, can we win? I just want to say this. We're going to win the league, fam. I'm saying it. I don't care. I'm saying it. We can win the league. It takes games like this because do you know what happened last time? You see the game against Liverpool, we weren't good enough against Liverpool. We didn't take our chance, but the next game is important. You see that next win, and our manager said it. He said, listen, this wasn't good, but if we win our next game, fantastic result. Both, when you put them both together, when you amalgamate them, you say, you know what? Well done, boy. And that's what you can say, bruv. We are moving on, fam. There's bigger games. Now, let's talk about Fred and Pogba in the midfield. Pogba, Fred, what he does, getting and harrying the ball and getting it and being able to good blocks, being in the right place at the right time. I love that. Yeah. However, when we play teams low block and we need a bit more from him, don't say, oh no, KG. I've been saying we're gonna win the league for time, bruv. So listen. Don't even do that, bruv, about, oh no, KG, bruv. I'm way before you, man. And I'll keep being before you, man. Listen, we can do it, fam. I know you don't want to hear it. Don't tell me to stop, bruv. We're gonna go all the way, bruv. That's what I'm here for, fam. If you don't like it, sit down, bruv, because that's my energy, bruv. Anyway, what he needs to do is change and bring in Donny van der Beek. Because if Pogba's gonna be that responsible in the position that he's playing in, and we're going to play teams that are a lower level, not on our level, I do feel that Donny van der Beek will look after the ball better. Yeah, because Bruno is allowed to give the ball away, but when Fred gives the ball away in weird, funny spaces, it is worrying. I didn't think Fred took total control of the game, but then he puts out fires. Kind of like what Aaron Wan-Bissaka does, where he allows things to happen, then it's a slide tackle. That is a bit, and I would like someone to be more of a boss in that position. But that it goes back to what we were saying the other day, Flex. Is Fred, as much as he's been one of our best players this season, can we upgrade him?
Exactly. Can we go that job? Exactly.
And bring someone that can do that job without a shadow of a doubt? That's the question.
Kev, are you there?
I am. I'm wearing a sombrero. You join me here live in Spain. How are you doing? Kev's
broke the lockdown rules and flown to Spain. That's fine. hold tight, Jordy, getting that done so quickly to get you in. First of all, before we get to Kev, Keel says, don't forget about Pogba. Also won us that game with that volley from out of the box. Talk to him nice. 21 is coming. Another super chat from Wassim says, I want to slap up Craig Burley and Richard Keys. They are the toxic energy that needs to be put to sleep. They must be obviously on beIN Sports talking crap as we speak. Barry Haynes says, Van der Beek walks into City and Liverpool's midfield, and those teams will be scary with Van der Beek, and he can't get into our team. No, I'm not having it. Van der Beek can tackle. I don't know if he walks into their teams, but I get what you're saying. He's good enough to play. Daniel Harden says, there is an argument to say if Martial would have brought more people into play if playing up front. I don't know about that. I prefer to have Cavani personally, but fair enough. Cristiano says you have to admit Lookman looked better than Martial today. He was in the game more. He was in the game more. And Jay Rossi says Van der Beek on the right, great on the ball to provide supply for Cavani. Differs from Rashford and Tony, who are inside forwards. Has the legs to assist Bissaka, who is exposed. Yeah, it looks like a real easy fix. And Wassim says, tough game. Fulham were annoying to play against. We're winning grimy games, a sign of a dangerous team. I'm buzzing. Forget the analysis because we are in unfamiliar territory. The team needs to learn game by game. That's a KG. KG's just basically gone on the burner and given a fiver to someone to say exactly what he wants them to say there. I'm joking. Kev.
Yes.
Oh, Hola. My God. Oh, what's happening? Joy's moved it. Kev, what was your thoughts on the game, man?
Oh, do you know what? After we spoke after the Liverpool match and we talked about progression and stuff, but the one thing I said, Eddie Cavani. I honestly felt if we started him in that game, we would have won it. I even said if Liverpool had him in his team, they probably would have won the game. That is how much I rate this guy. And after watching his performance this evening, and yes, if you want to be negative, you can say it was only Fulham. Tell you what, Fulham played well. But
yeah, it's not only Fulham. It's not like they said it didn't beat Liverpool. Liverpool couldn't beat them. They drew against them. They nearly got a result against Chelsea. They've been playing well. So you're right. It's not only Fulham.
But Cavani's performance tonight reminded me of a prime, and a lot of people won't remember him as much as a United legend, but Carlos Tevez. And we are talking Cavani. We are talking about a player who's what? He's about 59 years old or something. I don't know. I don't care because tonight, the shift that he put in and the shift that he continues to put in at Manchester United, every time he's on that pitch, he's tenacious. If you were a defender, you would not want to play against him. Like I say, I think to 08, 09, Tevez, chasing down players, don't give you a second on the ball. Cavani is just the complete striker. We have nothing like that at Old Trafford. The goals he scored this season, you think of Southampton, when we were behind, he come on. He's instinctive. Even the goal tonight, it's a tap-in. It's not just a tap-in. He anticipates being there when that ball rebounds off the keeper. And I know that KG is laughing because he's probably looking at this picture of me in a sombrero. But I think I think I'm rocking it really well, and I'll give you a Mancunian all right. All right. There you go.
That hat, bro. It's the living.
Hey, Kev, you are a great guy. Kev said, I'll give you a Mancunian. All right. All right.
All right.
United Shamrock says we're 26 off the points total we finished on last season of 66. I think we could finish on between 75 and 85 points. Be interesting to see what will win the league this year. How many points you reckon we do need? It's ASAP Nicky says we should have had a penalty tonight. Great win. We should have had a penalty tonight. So much for the big club bias that we all all the pens that we get. That was a penalty. Like it's a penalty. You know what I mean? It really was.
And did you hear the saltiness of the commentator? He's like, doesn't look like a penalty. Not enough in it. I can't see that given. Are you taking the piss?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. That's what we're dealing with in this league. Remember, I said it yesterday. A lot of teams, a lot of pundits, a lot of people The ABUs do not want to see us win. Yeah, that tackle is moving mad. There you go. KG, back. That's my guy. KG didn't pay me. I pay KG to be my mouthpiece. On the road, instead of picking the faults in players, let's start the movement against all the negativity out here. I want to enjoy this ride. That's him. He's fantastic. But you know, this is a great feeling, guys. We are top of the league, fam. Do you know what this means, bro? Top of the league, and we just got to keep knocking games off. Now, we haven't, I don't know if you lot really gone into Pogba and spoken about him.
Not yet.
We might need to, because across the pitch,
we do need to.
Across the pitch, Shaw has found, I don't know what's happened to Shaw. Like, we have not, this Shaw is nuts. It's like bombing in. Every time I see Shaw, I'm like, you're actually moving fantastic.
Yes.
You're playing like, I just trust him. Give the ball to Shaw. I don't even think he's going to get hurt or not. And I'm like, go on, Shaw. Enjoy yourself. Express yourself, Shaw. Byline anywhere. Whip him balls in immediately, you know. As soon as he's like, Cavani, head up, gone. Then you got
the first half, he set up the most chances as well.
There you go. Then you got wait, hold on. Then you got Bruno. Yeah, Bruno in there doing his thing. Yeah, today, as we said it, he's gonna have a moment. It's been too long. What was it? It's almost 3 games. His
and he was so close. He's so unlucky not to get a goal today. And an assist.
He got an assist. It counted.
In a Man Utd shirt. Probably his longest
goal involvement, Alex.
Yeah, actually, like the official. Well, I mean, it is FPL, but it was done by it's like the official Premier League one. They said that goes down as a Bruno assist.
All right, we'll take it.
Because you have to whip the ball in. Without him putting the ball there, that's the, what do you call it? They say it's the tunnel of doom. I don't know what they don't call it that, but I'm calling it that. You put the ball there, it's dangerous. Yeah, we got him, and now Pogba. Pogba's had enough. Pogba said, it's my time now. So you got 3 players and Cavani. You got 3 players playing well. So if you say, can this carry on? There's more players to come to the party. So yes, it can carry on. To answer the question correctly. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Jay. Jay, what say you about Pogba? What say you about the former Shaw? What say you, bro?
Okay, I'll go on Pogba first. Obviously, we're all going to wax lyrical about his goal as a world-class goal in his left foot. Tonight, he's finally played where he plays for France. When he plays for France, he's got Kante beside him, doing donkey work, bring up the play. And, you know, Fred has his detractors, but tonight he was the perfect foil for Pogba. And what the fans don't realise is that the last time they played together was against Sevilla last bloody May. And Fred is derided for his lack of passing range. It's not his game. He's a spoiler. He's an enforcer. He's going to tackle. I think Pogba tonight got in a lot of tackles as well, which is not part of his game. But tonight, this is actually the 3rd show in a row that I've said this is Pogba's best game for the club. I cannot believe I'm saying that again. But yeah, I am. So yeah, it's any fan that's anti-Pogba, I think after tonight, put some respect in his name. He wasn't the only reason we got 3 points, but he was instrumental, because I felt had he not scored that goal, that game was slipping away, because we didn't have anybody on the flanks to get a ball into Cavani. And guys, I think we need to discuss that later on the show, is that our lack of ability to feed Cavani. But for now, we focus on the positive. Yes, Pogba was immense. He's 8 out of 10. And Luke Shaw has shown yet again why he is, he's not Trent level just yet, but he's definitely got a shoe in to play for England in next European Championships. He was immense again tonight, and he finally is doing what we've been wanting to do for last years as fans: get forward and put cross into the box. And you've got a guy Shaw's size running at you, and you're a defender. Sorry, but you shit yourself. He's a tank. I love Shaw.
I agree. He's doing his thing. Shatty Gamer says Julian is mocking it with that taco. Ha ha. Yeah.
Sheila, put that donkey back out in the garden, will ya? What are you doing in the kitchen?
Wasim said Shaw is like a pre-leg break Shaw at the moment. Brothers, I'm so gassed. I feel like getting my wife in an armbar and she's pregnant. I can't contain my excitement. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Liam Chalmers says Shaw has always been this good. He's been in the left back position for United without any competition. He struggled with injuries and rushed back. Now we have Tellez. We can manage. Ollie, you the man. I do think Shaw's always been a good, solid, reliable left back. And when I say reliable, I don't mean with injuries, because obviously he's unreliable in that. But in terms of when he's fit and ready to go, he's always very consistent, and he always gives you a solid, like, steady 7, like, at all times. Do you know what I mean? His performance level doesn't normally do this. When he is fit, he normally flatlines at quite a decent level, and I like that. And I do feel he's gone up a notch. But on the Pogba thing, what I think's sick about what's going on with Pogba right now is 2 things. We've said it before, but I'll say it again, right? Ollie, press the round of applause, KG, for because when you think back to the day before that Leipzig away game, when them comments come out, don't get me wrong, the avid Pogba in fans, or whatever you want to call it, like, they didn't have a single problem with what had been said. But there was a large section of the fans that were like, Pogba, man, like, come on, man. Like, I know you haven't actually said, Jay, I know you haven't said this, but by not saying anything, come on, man, come on. And like, I always try and support Pogba, and I was like, it's peak. I have to do the right thing here and call this out. Like, it's not cool. But what Ollie has done is he's thrown the blanket over that fire straight away by even bringing him off the bench in that Leipzig game. He was like, the longer I leave it, the worse it will get. He's coming off the bench. Do you know what I mean? Then he scored. Then he played him against Sheffield United, I want to say, after that game. I can't remember if that definitely was the game. But he played him after that. He had a great game again. And then he took him out. Then he brought him in. Basically, Ollie just went, this is how I'm going to deal with this. And he just did it. And you know what? When Bruno kind of has slipped off a little bit, it's like Pogba went, I'll step up to the mantelpiece. Oh. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what? All we've ever said is we want a fit and happy, healthy Paul Pogba playing football for Man United. Because if you do get that, he will give you what he's given you. So I just love that about Paul Pogba right now with what's going on for me.
Guys, did any of you see his post-match interview? He said, I love winning. It's all about winning. And he's right. It's professional sport. It's all about winning. Forget second place. It's irrelevant. It's winning. It's all that ever matters. So I love that mentality.
It's a fantastic mentality. Like, you got to say to yourself, they brought up the thing of apologizing to the players. And he said, no, I was more like frustrated with myself that I didn't get that goal. And that's what I'm saying. This is the levels that are being set now. There's a level in him that's saying, Rio came out and said, I talked to Pogba. He's like being not in Bruno's shadow, but being behind and not being the person that the fans are singing about. Is like, it's cool, but I'm still Paul Pogba, and I need every player across our team feeling like that. I am the guy, and even you, we have to now praise. I know it's hard. I know some people find it difficult to give Ollie praise. I can do it easily. Yeah, we have to praise Ollie for what he was thinking with the switch of Bailly. Because we had Lindelof on against Liverpool. He knew we're going to sit back in a low block, and we need to be a bit more sharp and smart and be able to move quick feet in the box if Mane, Salah, or the danger players are going to do something. He said, I can trust Lindelof in that position. Now he played today, Lookman, and Lookman was bright. They had a lot of quick players, Bailly straight back in. So as you said before, he's got horses for courses. He says, these players are going to help me here. He actually is starting to understand his entire squad. Ollie has stepped up in terms of a mindset and just the way he's approaching every single game. And I love it. Like, again, I'm going to drop a bomb for him. And I need to say, because someone said I need to give them an all right in the free seats. Of course. All right. All right. All right.
Hey, guys, one sec, yeah. Can we take a second to think the type of all rights that could happen, yeah, if we won the league?
I would lose my shit. No, wait. No, I'd have to go studio. I go studio.
You'd have to wax. You have to do a wax. You have to do a proper thing,
bro. I'd have to hit up Brian Harvey from E17, bro.
E17.
It's gonna be one of them ones, bro.
Chatty Gamer says Ollie needs to find some use for Van der Beek, whether he wanted him or not. Otherwise, ship him off and buy me. I'll sit on the bench for 250 quid a week and a Twix. Bro, I think we all would to play for Man United. Ronnie says, KG, my mate Taslim thinks Martial was better than prime Brazilian Ronaldo. Drop a bomb for him.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Wait.
No.
I don't want to do that. I had to in it because of that's nuts though. I just want to let you know that's crazy. There's recklessness. And there's going, I don't know, bro. That was crazy. I'm uncomfortable.
Guys, this could be a great opportunity to actually discuss Martial tonight and his performance.
We need to.
Let's run a score.
We need to. Honesty lane.
Yeah,
let's go.
We do. Yeah.
Let's go to Kev actually. Kev, what do you think about Martial's form and everything?
I think he's going through a bit of a tough time at the minute. I totally get everybody's point that to be honest, I think he's actually playing a kind of role that's not familiar to him. I think he's sort of sacrificing himself for the team. But at the same time, I'm not going to beat it around the bush. He is a bit infuriating sometimes with some of his decision-making when you think of his age and how long he's been at Manchester United. But does he need a rest? I think he could be possibly taken out the team. I think he needs maybe a bit of competition, if anything, because at the minute, Solskjaer seems to start in pretty much every single game. And maybe he just needs to be taken out of that team to make him realise he's got a bit of competition. A classic example of it at the minute for me was when Tellez come in to push Luke Shaw. And Luke Shaw has been absolutely sublime. We always say at Manchester United to have competition for places is very, very healthy. It's very good. If anything, and it's in fairness to Luke Shaw, he has stepped forward and he has made that left-back spot his own. Tellez must be now wondering, why have I actually come here? But he has to push him for that spot. It's healthy. But the level that Luke Shaw has just stepped up to recently has been absolute testament to the lad. Fair play to him after everything he's been through.
Yeah. Alex, what say you on Martial?
I'm just keep hoping the same with him and Greenwood that eventually they are going to click into form. It seems. I really hope it hasn't been like the same case as like when Zlatan came in, that he kind of got his nose out of joint about that he thought he'd finally be the main man, had the number 9 shirt, and then got it taken away from him. And then now we've got Cavani. And I was saying when we signed Cavani, everyone was like, "Oh, Martial will still be the main man." I was thinking, if you've just signed one of the best strikers, an elite world-class striker to come in, he's not going to be coming in just to sit on the bench and be a rotation player. He's obviously going to force, even if it wasn't straight away, he was always going to force his way to be the main man. So I do still think he'll come good. But the issue is, I said I think it was on the show with Mark the other day, people were saying that, like with Rashford, oh, give Rashford a rest, drop him, he's out of form. Give Martial a rest, drop him, he's out of form. It isn't like last season where if you dropped him, you could have like a Mason Greenwood come in who's like banging form, or like you can't literally. We don't have anyone that is going to come in and be in form at the moment. I thought it was quite interesting that Solskjaer said about Diallo that he's like how he's been training and everything. You're going to see him sooner rather than later. People were thinking he's going straight into the academy. Ollie said in like the next 4 weeks we're going to see him in the main team. So. That's a positive sign. And imagine if he hits the ground running on the right wing, that even just as like off the bench, like when Ronaldo first came and was just coming off the bench and just in the cameos and stuff, we might see like a real massive improvement because we'll have an actual player there that his natural position is on the right wing. Because that's just it really is insane to think about it with how unbalanced this team is that we're top of the league. When you look at all the other teams, they're actually balanced, whereas we're not. So the team isn't even finished.
Let me get these super chats out. Wasim says, I've never been Ollie in or Ollie out. I've been Ollie, let's get him a great set of coaches. Rennie Marlstein would have been perfect. Wassim also goes on to say, another super chat says, Martial, Rashford and Greenwood were excellent last season. This season is a mini slump. I'm sure they will peak at the right time. Jessica Dutton says, KG, why did you act like you didn't see my last super chat? KG being a bit sneaky there. I've read that one already. And the latest member of the United Stand Members Club is girl like Vicky Taylor. Big up yourself.
Vicky Taylor. Wait, hold on. Someone said that they want Jay to give them an all right. They called him Johnny Bravo. I thought it was very disrespectful, but it's fine. Jay, top of the league. He said, "Can you give us a all right, please?"
All right.
And the thing is, these people wouldn't be saying anything against Jay if they could see him from the chest down. They'd back right off.
It's not.
They'd clearly be saying it after last show about me and KG, though, wouldn't they?
I got some things to say on Martial actually. Even there was that chance. It was offside, but I was disappointed that he didn't finish it. A header. Like Martial, and this is what lets me know that he's not in form. The ball comes over the top and he has enough time to make a good decision. But you can tell the confidence has actually been, he's lost confidence because he has time and he says, I'm going to head it. Usually Martial's saucy enough to take the ball on the chest and just slot it in. He didn't do that. It's almost like he rushed at it. The chance came, like, I need to go, and it didn't even really push the keeper in any way. So that for me was a bit of a problem. Then after we talk about the left-hand side with him and Shaw, they couldn't really, Shaw was playing very well, but him and Martial couldn't really develop a real relationship, and it didn't help that on the left-hand side. I know a lot of our work is on the left-hand side, but even because the relationship is really Luke Shaw, Fred, and Martial, and it just wasn't working. But luckily, Luke Shaw's excelling performance kind of papered over the cracks of what we're not getting from Martial. Now, why it can be a positive thing is Cavani's now in the side, and we all seen it today. Rashford was dropped. Rashford, well, we can say dropped, rested, whatever you want to call it. He didn't play today. Yeah,
bit of both, innit?
That's a good thing. That's actually a good thing because now we go back to the stage. If hold on, let me get this right. If Cavani can hold down the number 9 position, and Greenwood was looking a bit lively. I know him and need to work on their relationship. Him and Aaron Wan-Bissaka can work on that.
I think Greenwood was looking a bit lively today.
Just a little. I'm not saying amazingly. I said he was
better than Martial.
Their connection, him and Aaron Wan-Bissaka's connection, I found a bit better than what was going on with Luke Shaw and Martial. Yeah, and Greenwood, couple cut-ins. There was little signs that maybe he could be coming back. So that means we focus on the left-hand side and let Martial and Rashford duke it out for a little bit. You can probably put them back in and say, Greenwood, it's time to sit down. But for these two to compete for the left-hand side, they will bring the best out in each other.
We did that. Do you know when we did that? I remember when Jose did that. There was the beginning of the season where, again, what we do as fans, this should be this should be that. And Jose was literally just swapping them. Martial would come off the bench, score for Rashford, then it would start the next game, then it would be the other way around. And for like 3-4 months, it really did actually kick them in. And I think we do need to come away from just being fixated on one player having to play one position, unless it's Cavani.
This is it. And I'm just saying, I'm not, and don't get me wrong, because I know in the comment section they're killing me like Greenwood was rubbish. I'm saying that the combination play with him and it looked like there was more on song than the relationship with anyway, you look, take it how you would want to take it. I'm just saying
I'm gonna take that KG if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Tonight, right hand side was completely and utterly devoid of creativity.
You think so?
Okay. Absolutely, yes,
but
I do.
So was the left.
Yeah, that's the point I'm going to make right now. Okay, strikers are judged on one currency, guys, goals. Martial got 2 goals this season. John Stones has the same amount of goals as Rashford, and he's centre back. Sorry, as Martial. Yeah. Okay. Now, we have, on many shows, we have complimented Martial and his work off the ball. He's tracking back. his ability to take a defender out of play. But when push comes to shove, he's supposed to be a striker. You can't play him through the middle because he's not clinical enough. And we are lucky that we've stumbled upon a deadline day deal and got Cavani, because I would have no confidence whatsoever in Martial to be our clutch number 9 going forward into the season if we are, in fact, in a title race. It's Cavani or bust for me. I think Martial, if for argument's sake you bench Martial, well then who do you play on the left? We don't have anybody to play on the left right now. That's the problem.
Yeah, Rash, come on. People are ridiculous when it comes to
But you play, yeah, but Rashford for the predominantly plays on the right, and Greenwood is out of form. You know, he's a young kid, and he's a kind of guy you bring on for the last 20 minutes. Or tonight we saw you give Rashford a rest, you play Greenwood, and for that reason, I'm not going to go in hard on him. But the right hand side tonight was devoid of creativity.
I have to disagree. I'm so sorry.
I don't think it was.
I honestly feel that I get that's fine because everyone can see different things. Yeah. When I was watching the game today, and I think I encourage you lot to watch it back. I've never seen Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I know everyone hates his crossing. I know everyone hates what Martial, but I've never seen Martial get to the byline so much and try to put a ball in. We don't have that. That like even him, there was little link ups of play. I remember Pogba was doing his work out on the right hand side. Even when he picks up the ball, when it comes down, there was high pressing, and Wan-Bissaka kept on getting to the box. You don't say he hasn't got quick feet. There was a moment I'm gonna cut that up. That little highlight when he does a quick feet thing.
No, I know the thing you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm saying that.
Yeah, but he has that because he's just irrational. He's erratic.
No, I think he's. We have to. It's almost when with Wan-Bissaka, it's almost like he's been labeled with that brush that like Luke Cattermole gets, where it's like it's a tackle, definite yellow card. No matter what's happened, so you're looking at Aaron Wan-Bissaka like, you never do nothing good, this, that, and the other. And people said Aaron Wan-Bissaka was poor today. He had a very important block in this game near the end in the dying minutes. And what would you call that? Even the covering for Lookman. Usually when the player is caught on the wrong side of him. There's things that it's so easy to be like he's rubbish, can't deliver, can't do nothing. He was important today, but you have to watch the game and almost not just be so negative when you're looking at it because there's a lot happening.
For me, he first half he was poor. You can say that he wasn't good. He wasn't good in the first half
because
he was
the first mistake.
Because he was part of that mistake, and I argue with Mark that wasn't just his fault. The goal, it wasn't just his fault. Eric Bailly doesn't do his job first. Eric Bailly doesn't do his job of tracking that runner. Then in turn, because Bissaka is playing him onside because he's out of position, the second mistake happens. That's not just on Wan-Bissaka. He's part of that. Eric Bailly's part of that too. The link up that he was having with Mason Greenwood, it just wasn't there in the first half. I don't think Greenwood was at it. I don't think he was anywhere near involved as he needed to be for me. I think that Wan-Bissaka gave him some dead passes as well, making him chase after it just into a cul-de-sac where he's got nowhere to go. Just a poor first half. Second half, he improved. I think he improved. He grew into the game a little bit more. He went on some decent runs as well, where he took on Lookman, got past him, got off the pitch, then just laid it off to Pogba. For me, the way that I see this is Wan-Bissaka has improved slightly, but I see it as like, for me, he always needs to kind of stay in his lane. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean to like just stick to what he's good at. For me, he's good at defending in one-on-one positions. He's good at traveling with the ball to a certain extent, like to get past someone quickly. But then I think just lay it off, give it to someone who's going to make an interchange. I don't think he's got that level of, we talk about football IQ with the Rashford situation. I don't think Wan-Bissaka has that. He can improve, he can get better at that. But the right side for me, I lean more towards Jay. I don't think there was anything coming from there. I was saying, why is Ollie not taking off Greenwood? And I would have taken off Fred and put Matic. I would have put Matic and Rashford on way earlier to try and impact that game, to give us a bit more of a foothold in it. Like, I don't want to be too critical because like I said, we won the game. I'm happy. But since we're in this moment, I mean, I just don't think Wan-Bissaka had a great game. He wasn't.
I didn't say he wasn't absolutely amazing. I'm not saying he's absolutely amazing, but even the point that you make, when he was third to blame on that goal, the offside goal, because Maguire goes out. He doesn't read the game properly. Sorry, am I echoing? Maguire goes out. He doesn't read the game properly at all. And then Bailly stops. Bailly's doing this before even Lookman's in. Yeah. And then Maguire, then they have to try and then Aaron Wan-Bissaka's playing him off, which is quite tight. I'm not saying there's mad daylight and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a bit harsh.
It's predominantly the centre half's fault. It is.
There you go. And then and also, you know, when you start to, there's little things that happen. Even like Maguire's gone away with no critique. I can criticize Aaron Wan-Bissaka if he's done wrong, but I do feel that he's done in the second half. He played better, but then we have to talk about the Maguire missing mad free headers all the time. Like in the opposition's box, it's not good enough. Yeah. You know, it's just I don't understand, and it is what it is. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind. Shayon says KG disagreeing with you isn't the same as being negative. We can criticize our players and still want the best. I agree. So it's not like I'm not saying anything you lot are saying is wrong. That's your opinion. You lot, it's a melting pot. You lot see it one way, I might see it another way. Like it's fine. But that's it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Kev, you've been silent for a little bit. We'll bring you in. Just quickly, Marvel says, and that's what I like about United Stand. We won't shy away from people who maybe criticize any of our views, guys. That's what it's about. Flex, at that point, you're disrespecting him as a footballer. Come on, man, it's his job. So I feel like what you're saying, Marvel, is that because I'm saying to Wan-Bissaka, not literally to him, but maybe I think he should stay in his lane and stick to what he's the best at. You feel like I'm disrespecting him. I personally don't feel like I'm disrespecting him. I think I'm just picking up on his weaknesses and the things he needs to work on and saying, keep playing to your strengths, bro. That's what I would say if Wan-Bissaka was right here next to me. Kev,
in
what
the modern
you?
day.
Sorry, we'll come straight to you, Alex. Kev, what say you? And then we'll go to Alex.
What was that on? Sorry, I'm just in the departure lounge here, but now Mark Goldbridge has just joined me.
Yeah, we're just basically talking about Wan-Bissaka.
Do you know Wan-Bissaka? Sorry, I've just listened to that. He had, for me, a shaky start to the game. But the only thing you can say is that Fulham scored early, and people will criticise it because they'll look, and it was a marginal offside. Yes, it's offside because we got VAR, so they can have a quick look at it. And I thought he grew into the game. But my one criticism of Wan-Bissaka is getting forward, which you would think that is what he's all about. His game at Crystal Palace, apparently in the youth team, he grew up as a winger. So you would think he had that to his game. And like, you look at Manchester United at the minute, we miss width. And this is what worries me, because we've got Cavani in that middle, yet we've got the likes of Rashford, Greenwood, Martial, whoever plays out on the left or the right. They're all kind of, and this sounds terrible, but wannabe number nines. It's almost like they want to play that number 9 position, but they're not actually good enough to hold it on their own. So we get all this cutting in off the left. Don't get me wrong, Martial and Rashford, we have moments where they cut in on their stronger foot and let rip, top corner. It's great. But when you look back at the old days, the likes of Giggs, Kanchelskis, even more today, Ronaldo, Nani, we had players who hogged the touchline, could beat a man and cross a ball. We always played with a number 9. You think of the likes of Cole, York, Van Nistelrooy, even today, Van Persie, somebody to put the ball in the net. We've got that now with Cavani. It's will he get the service? And in the game today, I can't remember who crossed it. Cavani started the move. He played a ball out. Was it Greenwood that then crossed it and he followed the ball in with the header?
I thought it was Bruno, but they said on commentary it was Mason. So I don't know. Both got white.
I was going to say it was one or the other. But again, a classic example of Cavani. Ball out of his feet. He knows to make that run. And the ball was placed on his head. Yes, the ball didn't go in. But if we continue to do things like that, and this is where the likes of Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, whoever's playing out on the left or the right, need to quickly tap into the way that Cavani makes his runs, because we can score serious goals. And now I'm in Egypt.
You know what's so funny? Ollie said that in his post-match interview. He said we need to get better at finding Cavani's runs, which is good. You know, like he's seeing it. He's a striker. he played that position, and for him to call out and say, we need to find him more. Cavani was doing a lot more, and the players missed it. I love that from Oli.
Yeah.
Alex, sorry, we look back to the Liverpool game. Sorry, just quickly.
Yeah, go on.
The pass that I was on about, the one where Rashford made the diagonal run across the centre circle, where we all said he should have played in Cavani. I think even Cavani turned around to the bench and said, "What's he doing?
What the hell is this?"
Yeah, exactly. But
maybe KG, that was Cavani questioning Rashford's football IQ. I don't know. Just saw it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not there anymore. I've grown.
I know. I'm just saying. I just saw Cavani do that. I'm just saying.
I've adapted. I've grown.
Cool. I like that. Good response. Anton Francis says, "Don't think we can judge Wan-Bissaka until we sign a natural winger to play in front of him." And Liam Chalmers says, "Luke Shaw has been pretty good." Oh, we've read that one already earlier. Alex. Last things from you, and then we're going to kind of big up the United stand picks, and then exit the show.
I was just going to say, you were saying about sticking to like what you're good at, but I feel like in the modern game, you really have to be offensively good as a right back, and I feel like we saw with Shaw how much better he's got, and he has got really good. I was going to mention the point that Jay said earlier about him being in the England squad, but Trent's on the right, so that wouldn't be it. But it would be him versus Chilwell and Saka, and I think from that left-hand side, he has to be a shoo-in to start for England. But with Wan-Bissaka, I've 100% got in the past why people have like criticised him going forward. But I agree with KG in like today's game. I thought he did decent going forward, like by his standards. So yeah. I don't really think it's an issue. But I think long term we do need to sign like if you want like someone younger, then just get Max Aarons, or we could potentially go for Lamptey. But I think he'd be probably like 50 million as well. Or if they want to go for an older option, we could just get Trippier from Atletico. I don't know why you'd want to come back to England at the moment while Atleti are so doing well in the league. But yeah, Wan-Bissaka, and I think Greenwood, he was all right, but I don't get why he's getting more more stick for today's game than Martial. When Greenwood's 19 years old and Martial's the established player, I didn't think he played any worse than Martial did.
And wait, yeah, that's good. I
agree. Both wings.
Wait. Never mention Trippier at this club again. You lot, do you know what's so nuts about
why
the
do you
fans?
think Trippier is so crap?
It's you lot don't understand what's going on with this football team, with this team. You see what Wan-Bissaka offers on this right-hand side, yeah? You know how you got titanium. It's like, I'm not even going to get into do psychology and stuff, yeah? But there's Maslow, hierarchy of needs, yeah? And I'm telling you, right now, yeah, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is meeting those needs. But what happens is now you lot want self-actualization. You lot want the final bit. I'm telling you, you take that away, yeah, it gets nuts. Take Aaron Wan-Bissaka out of this team, yeah, and watch what the man...
We don't have another right back, 100%. I agree.
No, a good right back, because even people are gassing it up, talking about Chelsea's right back, yeah? Chelsea are leaking goals, Reece James.
James is sick, though.
Reece James is good, though.
He's good.
You can say what you want to say, but I heard Chelsea fans yesterday doing the madness about Reece James.
Because you could log on to the United States.
It's good for us.
KG, you can't... KG.
Bro. No,
we're not talking about a replacement for Wan-Bissaka.
I'm telling you,
talking about just
Aaron Wan-Bissaka holds down the right-hand side, bruv. Period. Defensively, and you take him out, it's going to be problems. You man are talking about Lamptey, like Lamptey's doing top of the league stuff and really going on some good defending. You can attack or you can defend. Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. Another waste man right now, bruv. He ain't defending that shit properly.
Is Wan-Bissaka the best right back in the league?
He's one of them. Go on, say he's not.
Yeah, I didn't say he wasn't.
KG,
ask you a question. I thought you wasn't there. Anymore.
I don't like when people are talking about Trippier, bruv. Bringing him back, bruv.
It's just for competition. It's not to start over Wan-Bissaka.
Get out, man. Not my watch,
Trippier is absolutely awful. He's not.
KG, look at nobody's saying that you want to replace Wan-Bissaka in the side. What Alex is saying is, look at the effect having Telles as competition for Shaw's had under Shaw's game. So we just want to mimic that on the right-hand side. That's all we want to do.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, it's easy to say these things when you look at the team today, yeah, and you take these little players out of the team and you start to see people peppering that side, because we had it. When you see Brandon in there, do you know how scared I get anytime the team's on attack? Anyone over there, I'm like, Jesus, I wish Brandon was there. And I get it. There's one guy saying that KG don't know ball. It could be right. I don't know. I got FA level 1 in it. I went to St. George's Park. But I'm just telling you that there's something, he's doing something that we might take for granted, is all I'm saying.
I agree. I'm not saying rubbish, get him out. I'm not saying that.
You know.
Guys, we've got to finish off. The video is brought to you by United Stand Picks. Your chance to win a share of £1,000 every single Man United match day this season. Log on to the app. The link is in the video description below. Make sure you check it out. We get to answer the questions. You get to go against us. Get your chance to win your share of £1,000 as well. Make sure you guys check that out as well. It's a great laugh. And it's difficult as well because, you know, predicting how many, you know, tackles someone's going to have or predict how many shots on target someone's going to have, etc., is quite difficult. Wasim says, good night, boys. We are top of the league, and I don't know how long for, but as long as we are there. I'm going to shout it loud and proud. Glory, glory, Man United. I think on that note, KG, drop a bomb, and we are out of it. Thanks for joining us. 100%. Smash that like in the video. Go again, Liverpool. Thanks for, you know what? Can we give a round of applause to Kev?
Oh, yeah, and Drawty in the background as well, man.
Kevin Drawty on the buttons, making it work so quick. We could have just went, Kev, sorry, mate, can't see you, so you're out, but we make it work. That's what we do here at United Stand. Guys, we'll see you on Sunday, another big one. Hopefully we get that W over Liverpool at